Hello there, and welcome to the Pooh Finger Podcast with me, Wayne Cooper, and Mr. Neal.
Your Jedi mind tricks don't work on me.
And over in the corner, if you give him a group of Jawas, he'll be bumming them for hours. It's Campbell.
That's a passable rhyme. I'll give you that. Yeah.
That was quick. That's what that was.
Yeah, he's had that written down for a couple of days, I'm sure. He's had 2 weeks to think about
That one is not written down.
No.
I thought of 30 seconds ago. I'm not even joking. It fucking came to me. I was like, what rhymes with Jawas? Hours. Bumming.
There it is. Boom. It wrote itself. It just wrote itself.
That's how quick it is.
That's just your word cloud, is it?
Yeah, that's my thought process. That's a little glimpse behind the curtain there for you.
Fair play. Well, after my intimacy session with Jarvis, hello there. Yeah.
I got a bad feeling about this.
If you sat on the throne, you gotta go fast. Helping along with the Pooh Finger Podcast. We talk a lot of shit, why don't you listen and see? Now you're fingering with Campbell and me. If you're on the job and you don't want to last, just think of the guys at the Pooh Finger Podcast. So play along at home, and if you like what we do, like and subscribe and follow the Pooh. Like and subscribe with the finger right up.
This week, it's May the 4th. If you're listening to this on release day, that's tomorrow. Is it?
Yeah. It's close enough.
Which means it's that time of year again, folks. It's Star Wars Day. Yeah. And this year, Disney Plus are putting out a new animated Star Wars canon event.
Count on.
Tales of the Empire, which I am very much looking forward to in the Clone Wars style. So this week, to celebrate, we're going to do an 8-part marathon of No, we're not doing it another multi-parter on Star Wars. We are doing a single episode on the animations of Star Wars. So encapsulating all of the animated Star Wars canon.
You can't just steal a joke like that.
I didn't steal it because I said it weeks and weeks ago, and it's a running joke.
Yeah,
man.
it's out there. It's canon now.
It's canon to the Pooh Finger Podcast.
Oh, would you say it's canon?
You fucking thief!
Not sponsored, by the way, just for legal issues.
What, Canon cameras?
Yeah, that's one.
Oh, they can sponsor us, yeah.
Yeah, I'll even take a camera.
Yeah, get in touch, lads and ladies, and anyone else.
So yeah, without further ado, let's do some Star Wars and that.
Okay.
Yes.
Get on.
The greatest of all time is what we're gonna choose. Which one is the best and which ones are just poo? The greatest Star Wars animations of all time. The Swallowed.
You're getting good at these, man. Keep it up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
We've all picked an animation that has been produced in the Star Wars canon. And what are you trying to say, Cam?
Well, I've got a little thing about this, right? I can basically sum up my entire knowledge of Star Wars animation thing in 3 sentences. So what I'm going to ask in an unusual chain of events is, may I get these 3 sentences out of the way? I go first and just do that. And then you two guys get to talk about Star Wars animation, which you know lots more about, and I'll intersperse my stuff while I can.
You're trying to say that we should load the dice?
I think that's what he's trying to say.
Well,
So that it lands
not
on your
necessarily
number.
load it, but, you know, but still, basically, though, it would have been
listeners,
longer.
Camp is trying to cheat.
No, I'm not trying to cheat. I'm actually
Trying to cheat the goat.
I'm actually trying to give you guys more time to talk about what you know more about.
Yeah, well, but by explaining this, you're actually taking away time from us talking about what we want to talk about.
I'm simply waiting for your guys' answer. That's all I need.
Why don't we do the goat and we assign some numbers, and then if it lands on you, you can say your sentences, as is true to the goat form.
Well, fair enough.
We have a strict format.
Well, in that case, that'll knock it down to 2 sentences now. So yeah,
Cool.
Okay.
So be it.
So be it. If it lands on you, let the dice decide. 1, 2, 3, 4 Star Wars visions.
I thought some people liked that.
There's some episodes that are really terrible. The anime one with the twins.
Well, more or less later, just in case
fucked
it comes up.
I fucking hated that.
Now, what about loaded dice? 2 again.
2 again. It's me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. It's fine. So I'm going to do mine really fast so that Kemp's got more time to talk about Star Wars.
Yes.
So my pick for the greatest of all time Star Wars animation is Star Wars Rebels.
Good shout. That was one of my 2 picks.
It was one of my 2 picks as well. Yeah, this series was really good. It caught me off guard a bit because I started watching it and the first season is a little bit slow.
It took me a while to get into it.
Yeah, and you're following kind of the main character, Ezra.
Who's an annoying little shitbag.
Yeah.
Doesn't deserve to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Especially.
And I think it takes a minute to get to the Jedi stuff as well. Like, a few episodes in before that starts up.
It builds a big story.
Yeah.
And, it definitely takes a while to get into all the Jedi stuff, but once you're into the swing of it, and you get into season 2, you're like, oh yeah, here we go. You've been introduced to the characters, and you're like, oh, you're a bit invested in them and their shenanigans, and it's just a really fun show.
Yeah, and they're all rebels and they're all fighting the Empire, like behind the scenes, and being all sneaky in that, and it was really cool. So the first season, I don't think I really got hooked until at least halfway through.
Sorry, can I just very quickly interject there? Going back to your previous sentence about, it's just rebels and fighting the Empire, that's really cool. Isn't that just the entire plot of Star Wars as a whole?
Well, no, 'cause it's
Everything
kinda
is rebels versus the Empire.
This is the start of the rebellion pre-Luke Skywalker, because Ezra's the same age as Luke Skywalker.
Right. But it's still exactly the same idea, though. It's rebels versus the Empire.
but
it's like it's a part.
4,828.
It's a part they haven't really touched on. That it is literally just set before the original trilogy,
and it's located. It's got a very fine location. It's on a planet called Lothal, and it's based on this one planet. It's a really small subsection of the galaxy.
Sort of like Return of the Jedi was based on a small planet called Endor, in a really specific part of the galaxy.
It wasn't really based on Endor.
Well, no, but it was specific locations and so on. I'm just back anyway.
The series is it's based on this one planet, and it's this one little cell, this little formation of rebels of the Ghost Crew. You got Hera, Caleb Doom, Seb, the big dude, Ezra, and Sabine, and Chopper,
and Kanan.
Kanan, I said it, man, Caleb Doom. I just spoiler alert.
You did a little bit.
Oh shit!
What a prick.
But yeah, it's just really cool because it focuses on them rather than with the Clone Wars. You have different generals and different battles and loads of different stories going on, and all the different politics and everything. It's just them, and the Empire have moved in onto their planet and taken over all the locals and stuff, and they're oppressing them and all the rest of it. And it's them just trying to fight back against them, but you get awesome Jedi lore along the way.
Yeah,
fair enough.
So that's when you see all the Sith holocrons and the Jedi temples and the Sith temples, and that's really cool seeing how it's all so different, and
the Sith Inquisitors coming into it, the Grand Inquisitor, the introduction to fucking Thrawn.
Yep.
Thrawn, just Lars Mikkelsen, what a perfect portrayal of that villain. He is he's the only second to Darth Vader himself, Thrawn, in my eyes, as a Star Wars villain. He's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And he's ruthless, and if you read the books as well that he's based on, Heir to the Empire and things, by Timothy Zahn, he's such a good character. He's such a well-written character. And he's really interesting as well. His backstory's brilliant.
Yeah.
They made a comic book which is like a condensed version of the novels, and that's really good because it gives you like a really concise backstory to him. But yeah, so his motivations and stuff are really good.
And they really flesh out like his intelligence as well, like how he studies the culture from the different races that the characters are, and he learns like kind of the movements and what they do and learn their ways and how they live. And, like uses it against them, through all like art and artifacts and stuff. Yeah. But I think my favourite Thrawn moment, because it really showed how ruthless he was I think it's the start of the third season where they go to steal some ships from the Empire.
Is that the Princess Leia one?
No, it's literally the first episode. It's when Ezra, spoiler alert, is being a bit of a dick.
Right.
And he's kind of like doing his own thing, being dead cocky and all that. And this is when it puts him in his place, because they go to steal these ships and Thrawn knows all about the plan because there's a mole. And he's like, I want to see what they do. He's like, I'm going to study them. And he watches them from his Star Destroyer. And they're just about to do it. And he's like, right, they're all there. He goes, destroy all the ships. And all of his generals are like, we can't do that. Like, resources are so low at the minute. Like, we need everything that we have. And he goes, no, destroy them. And he just fucking bombs the base that they're all at. And yeah, the team's like, fuck. Fucking Ezra's being a little knob. And yeah, Thrawn's just destroying fucking, like, soldiers, everything that's down there. It's just fucking bomb it.
The choices he makes all through that show are brilliant, really clever, and like they were always lucky to get away from him because he was so fucking good at what he was doing.
And I think it's also like every character in that part of the team, part of like the Ghost Squad, were fucking all just as good as each other. There was no like kind of weak character.
You had the Sabine with the Darksaber and being trained by Kanan. Like Kanan going blind, and becoming a Jedi Knight again, and all that kind of business.
Training Ezra. Then you got Hera, that's like kind of leading the rebellion in a way.
Yeah.
As well as doing her own fucking shit.
Yeah.
Chops just go around being a little fucking menace.
You got the whole Ahsoka stuff that comes into it, and Vader.
That was so good.
That really
when Ahsoka's
well
fighting Vader. Yeah, and then she gets his helmet, doesn't she? And like smashes it, and she sees that it's him.
Yeah,
it's like fuck.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, it's fucking well. Everyone's seen
so
it.
Good.
Everyone's seen it.
You gotta have seen it. It's what the Obi-Wan fight was based on. Like they based the helmet damage and stuff on the cartoon.
But it's just that moment when she realizes that it's Anakin, and she's like, "I thought you were dead," and it's like, "Bruh. Anakin is dead for that Force dark side, bruh."
Your emotions betray you.
Yeah, it's fucking so good. Rebels also has the end of Darth Maul, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
With his robot legs.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got robot legs.
And he finds Kenobi.
Finds Kenobi in the Tatooine desert. Old man Kenobi. And hearing Sam Witwer tell the story of like, because the clip only like the scene is literally 30 seconds. Yeah, the
it's
fight
so
is over
fast.
in a flash, like 3 moves and it's done.
But he tells the story.
Yeah.
And like just hearing the story behind it, it's just brings a tear to your eye.
When you look at the fight style, it's like because Maul attacks in the same way he attacked Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And tries to use the same move, and Obi-Wan fucking does his classic pose, but then switches his stance up.
I was going to say standard full
and then he fucking just 3 moves and he's down.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan slices him up.
And that's when Maul realises it's not just some lone wandering Jedi, it's fucking Jedi Master still on patrol.
Yeah. And he's like, there's a boy, isn't there? He's the chosen one.
Oh, it's fucking heartbreaking. Then he gives him a Jedi funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really fucking...
touching.
Brilliant.
Really
it
touching
tied
moment.
up some nice loose ends.
Yeah.
And I really disliked the animation style. I'm still not hooked on the animation style, especially the lightsabers. I know it's
you don't like the thin lightsabers.
I know it's a proper nerdy fucking fandom menace thing to say, but yeah, the really skinny lightsabers were
So didn't really butt into me. I really like the lightsabers because they decided to just fucking like go like wild with it. Like Ezra's first lightsaber has a blaster in it.
Yeah, so he can turn the blade off and use the kyber crystal to shoot energy out. It's like as a blaster.
Oh, I see, that'd put me off a bit.
But it's really cool. Like it's a really cool design. Like he built it himself, and because he's like, when he was like a thief and stuff, he was known for like tinkering and like build loads of shit. But But yeah, it's such a good series. Like, there's loads of thought put into it. There's no kind of like filler episodes or like let's go off on a little side thing. Like everything's just as important as everything else.
All killer, no filler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so well done. All the characters are fantastic. There's the odd cameo, but they are very much like they're in it for an episode.
Hondo.
Like, yeah.
Honourable mention to Hondo. Fucking what a
Voiced by,
brilliant character.
Jim Cummings, voiced by Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, he's a legend. He just pops up like twice every season.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, fucking proper scoundrel, isn't it?
Yeah, the ultimate scoundrel, but he's so cheeky. And he's just so funny, man.
Yeah.
And Cad Bane. Cad Bane's in it, wasn't he? No, he's Clone Wars.
No, he wasn't in it then. Leia makes an appearance.
Yeah, young Leia on a diplomatic mission.
Ooh.
Or is it? Ooh. Yeah, it's just it's fucking fantastic. Really good. So that's why it's my pick.
Brilliant voice acting. Shout out to all the voice actors. Did a fucking great job. Yeah.
Indeed.
Fair play.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Should we fucking roll that die? 1, 2, 3, 4.
1.
Me. So I am gonna pick droids. Nah. Clone Wars, obviously, because I was gonna pick Rebels, but you picked Rebels, and Clone Wars is just as good.
It is just as good.
Clone Wars, it took me ages before I gave it a go. Like, I was just like, I'm not keen. I don't like the style of the animation. It wasn't for me. I was like, I'll stick with what Star Wars I have, which at the time would have been just the movies, prequels, and then the sequels coming out. I think it was when the sequels were announced. I was like, I'm going to give the Clone Wars a go. And I binged it. No, it started off with the movie, which was supposed to be the first series, wasn't it? And then, watched the series. Huh? Is this one of your sentences?
No, but actually, no, I won't say this because it might be relevant later.
2008 Clone Wars, so not the Gender Tarkovsky's one.
Yeah.
Because I've still not seen that.
That's what I was going to say. The Cartoon Network miniseries.
Yeah, no, the 2008 Clone Wars. 8 seasons, I believe. Started by George Lucas and Dave Filoni before Lucas sold the dream to the Mouse House.
Yeah, but that was just the last season, wasn't it?
Yeah. So the Clone Wars had already finished season 7, I believe. It is 8 seasons, isn't it, altogether?
I believe so, but I think the last one's only like a half season. Like
yeah,
it's
the
half
last one's
episodes.
like 8 episodes or 10 episodes. But it's really good. Like,
Yeah.
Disney took over. They're like, we've got to wrap this shit up. Put out that last season. Did the animation style the same, but enhanced it. Like, you could tell they put loads more money into the animation.
Slightly different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. And what a brilliant fucking ending. Like, it was really good, I thought. And but the only thing is, for me, was all the political episodes and all the droid episodes.
I agree, they were fucking boring.
Yeah, they really were. There's like, 160 episodes or something that they made.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a good probably 40 episodes that didn't need to be made.
Yeah.
They were just purely filler. But you got all the clones. It was like the first time he had started having personal clones like on screen, like, and so like with Rex and Fives and the Bad Batch that came in, and I think that was in the last season. I think they came in. Obviously, Disney were pushing them for their series they were going to get, which is also really good. Shout out to the Bad Batch. I've not watched the latest season, but it's enjoyable, an enjoyable romp. But yeah, all the clone stories, all the Jedi stories, like you'd have the Kit Fisto ones where he's underwater and he's trying to help the Mon Calamari and all that kind of business.
Some really good lore in Clone Wars, especially when it in the middle to later seasons they really fucking step into the Jedi
with
lore.
the Mortis arc.
Yeah.
So it starts getting deep into some weird shit.
Yeah.
And they have this thing where there's the Mortis arc, which is 3 people that represent all sides of the Force.
Yeah, they basically are the Force.
Yeah, you have the father and the son who's the dark side and the daughter who's the light side. And they're like the all-powerful beings in the cosmic force. And they control everything that happens. And it gets a bit deep.
Yeah. But that's kind of one of the first times you really see the dark side creeping into Anakin.
Yeah, because they go to this planet that's like they're controlling.
Yeah.
And they kind of possess Anakin, don't they? And they put him through trials, like forced trials. But
they were looking at kind of recruiting him, aren't they? Like, him replacing someone. I can't remember who, but
I think he's supposed to replace the son, but he refuses to fight him or something. It's
something like that.
Some weird shit, but it involves him, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka. And so they're the three mortals going up against the three gods, and it's interesting. And it can be fun. It like introduces a lot of weird concepts.
Yeah,
that are quite fun to look at.
There's some really good villains in it. That's when you had Cad Bane.
Cad Bane's brilliant.
Some of the bounty hunters as well, weren't they?
Dooku was really good.
Yeah, Dooku was good.
I really enjoyed Dooku. Yeah, Cad Bane.
Ventress, Asajj Ventress.
Asajj Ventress, young orphan Boba.
Yeah.
Who joins Cad Bane's gang.
Yeah. Ooh. He's there trying to kill him and he's like 10.
Yeah.
Was it Damian Wayne or some shit?
Not far off.
He's a little psychopath.
Yeah.
Like, Cad Bane takes under his wing, hence why Cad Bane shows up in the Book of Boba Fett at the end. And then brings that shit together. Yeah, it's just fucking, what a great show.
Yeah.
Like it shows, it fills everything you need to know between episode 2 and episode 3. And it fills it with so much more story, and like it shows that Anakin and Obi-Wan have literally been through a whole war, and it shows you the whole war, like all the different campaigns. Yeah, almost, like from when they begin as generals, and they're like, "What are we supposed to do? Like, how we're Jedi, we're not supposed to be commanding armies."
Yeah.
And then it goes through the whole evolution, and like they start getting battle hardened, and like. Yeah. Some Jedi are falling off the path and all that kind of business.
Yeah, because that's something that goes from literally episode 1 all the way through. Like the first season or 2, Anakin and Obi-Wan are quite plucky.
Yeah,
they were just a bit bit campy with it. Like they were, running into battle. Like, hey, here we go again. Really. But then, like towards the end, they're just fucking like really battle hardened.
Yeah,
Anakin's just like getting really relentless with it.
But and it also deals with the Order 66 stuff. So it gives more meaning to when you finally watch episode 3 and they execute Order 66, because it kind of runs
30 seconds.
Yeah, it kind of coincides with events in episode 3 and towards the end of the series.
Explains what it is, how he managed to override the clones. And
because you have like Rex taking his chip out and stuff, because they've.
But it wasn't a chip; it was a tumor.
Yeah, the clones start to realise, Fives I think it was, starts to realise that, oh no, we've got chips like implanted into us that have different orders like written into them that we can't help but comply to, and he disagrees with it, so he like tries to have his chip taken out and stuff, and it leads to a few of them doing it.
Yeah,
hence why you get Old Man Rex and is it Wolf and one of the other clones, like in Rebels, where they're like old men. They age twice as fast, so they're like got big bushy beards and stuff.
Really, it's only been like 20 years or something.
Yeah,
it's not been long.
But yeah, just how it all ties together, and like it covers so much and fills so much of the story in between the two movies. It completes the prequels really, and like redeems them a bit, because I know people disliked episode 2 and whatnot, but I enjoyed all of them.
Yeah, I think it handles the ending really well too, because they didn't do like the easy way out, and then they didn't show you what happened in the film, because you know what happens. They could have very easily like animated some of that in, but they didn't. That's all happening in the background. So like, and it's mostly on Ahsoka, isn't it?
Yeah,
should be like an airship or something, and she'll hear over the radio like all the Jedi like radioing in, like fuck, they're all turning on us, the clones are turning, and all that stuff. It's all happening all in the background. Then she hears like Anakin's dead or whatever. Like
because she's left the Jedi, hasn't she? She leaves the Jedi after being falsely accused of bombing the Jedi temple.
Yeah, that happened quite early on. Actually, I thought she would be throughout the whole thing, but I think it's like season 4. She's out.
Yeah, and she's a wandering Padawan. Up to shenanigans, but I also like how, because to me, before I watched the Clone Wars, episode 3 always seemed really rushed. It's like they rammed so much into that movie to try and get to the point of A New Hope.
But because I watched that over the last few months, and you're right, there's a 10-minute bit just before Act 3 starts where you get a bit of like background of what the plan is.
Yeah.
So when you got Sidious talking to Anakin, explaining about Darth Plagueis and stuff, you're like,
when they're
that's
having
the
a little
plot.
dance.
Yeah, and then they do that, and then it's like, okay, then Order 66. It's just pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, it's like it was
never
really rushed and condensed. But having watched the Clone Wars, it's not. It's all been explained, and like so you know what's coming, and it leads it up nicely. It sets it up nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that, and I got used to the animation in a while and started to learn to love it.
I love the narrator.
Yeah.
Fucking brilliant. It's the guy that voices all the clones, isn't it?
Is it D. Bradley Baker?
Yeah. It's like, on this week's episode,
Yeah.
what will the team encounter now?
I will admit, one thing I was actually impressed about with Clone Wars was the merchandise did actually look like the animation style.
Yeah, it did.
Of the
Yeah.
things. Like, obviously, with like nowadays, you've got the Black Series of figures, which are more about realism and stuff like that. But the Clone Wars actually look like cartoon figures. It was
What you
weird.
want. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you want it to look like.
The Mace
what it's
Windu one
supposed
was
to be.
fantastic, and the Sars Ventress one. I remember those two; they were brilliant.
Oh, I forgot. What I remember, there's a really interesting episode with the Padawans where they're with
I love that. It was like
Where
a 3-part bit where
they're with the droid from Ahsoka.
Yeah.
What's his face?
David Tennant.
BD one,
Yeah.
sorry, BT one was it?
No.
But it's teaching them how to assemble the
Like
lightsabers.
lightsaber. You got the Wookiee Padawan who builds it out of wood and stuff.
If they make a Black Series of that, I'm buying it.
Yeah, it was really
It
cool.
looked
wasn't
wicked. It looks so fucking
And
cool.
It's like an episode dedicated to like one of their Jedi trials. Like Yoda takes them out to a cave to go find their kyber crystals for their lightsabers, and they all have a different trial, like each of the different
And it's just like,
younglings.
either you pass it or you die.
Yeah.
Because it's like you got 20 minutes before that ice is melted and it falls and you can shut in there forever.
But Yoda's great in it.
Yeah.
Like, he loves taking the younglings out on adventures and like doing shit with them.
Yeah. And it's cool when he fights as well.
Yeah.
Much better than episode 2.
Yeah.
Well, you
They
get
toned it down a
an
lot.
animation, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't just have him like a glowing yo-yo up and down. Like he was fucking doing some moves. Doing loads of Force stuff.
Sorry, Cam. Clone Wars. It's your spin.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
I just realised we've just been waffling for
it's only
25 minutes.
It's fine. It's what he wanted us to do anyway. So.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, it's going to be a bit harder for me because now my sentences have kind of been the wrong point of it, part of it. Even.
Read it as it is written.
Yeah, man.
Well, it landed on 4, so reroll. So, I'm going to, reassign numbers, didn't we? So,
What the fuck are you on
no,
about?
I forgot. You reassigned all the numbers, so
Yeah.
whatever it
Yeah.
was should be, yeah. Right. So basically, what I originally was going to say right at the very start of all this.
Still say it.
I'm
word
gonna,
for word.
I'm going to.
He's got 5 minutes to say 2 sentences. He's not going to make it.
Well, this is the thing. It was going to be 3 sentences, and I was going to try and put it into the form of a haiku, but it's hard enough to text while you're driving. So, you know.
We don't condone that. We do not condone.
I do not condone it.
No,
If
I'm
you
not
actually
joking,
did
obviously,
that,
folks. Yeah.
I'm going to fucking...
No, of course no. I use my iPad like normal people.
If you did that, you
No,
better
of
make
course I
like an
didn't.
egg and scramble. So if you don't, I'm going to fold you like an omelette.
Right. My original point was, I don't know much about the animated side of Star Wars, so my choice is Rebels, for reasons that will become apparent later.
Okay. Go on.
That was it.
Oh, was
They
that
were my 3 sentences, yeah.
So we've got 2 votes for Rebels.
Okay.
Technically 3 votes because you were going to pick it as well.
Yeah. Okay. So let's assign some numbers. 1, 2, 3 Rebels, 4 Clone Wars.
Well, why just do 2 of each, because they were going to be your choices.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so...
Odds, Rebels, evens, Clone Wars.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, happy with that.
3 odds.
Yay! Although I probably would go more towards Rebels. Because there was only 4 seasons, wasn't there? It was a lot more compact and a lot more emotional.
Clone Wars was really good at the same time, though.
It was.
Like, now
but
we're talking about it, I'm like, oh, I'm really reminiscing on
There was a
Clone Wars.
lot of it, though.
There was a lot.
And it jumped all over the place.
I'm never going back to it.
Nah. I won't be watching it again. But Rebels, I like to think, well, I could watch
Yeah.
that again someday.
Yeah.
Might jump in on season 2 and go from there.
Yeah.
Although then I'll be confused about all the Callus shit again. But now I know who Callus is anyway.
It's that thing you get on the end of your fingers if you've been masturbating too much.
That's it, yeah. My thumb and my index finger.
Yeah. That's the one. That's a callus, isn't it?
I use tweezers
much
like
masturbation.
normal people.
So there you go. Clone Wars is the greatest Star Wars animation of all time.
I imagine a lot of people will agree with that.
I think so. I think most of the fandom menace would.
Reddit will be... Well, no, because no one hates Star Wars as much as Star Wars fans.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very true.
It's a self-perpetuating fandom.
It's an odd one.
It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Lots of gatekeeping.
Yeah. But I imagine a good portion will agree with this.
Yes.
Yeah.
What was your favourite animation play along at home?
Play along at home.
Play along at home.
Goat!
Do or do not. There is no try.
It is quizzy time. Who will be the best scorer? You don't need to wear pants in Kev's corner. Kev's corner. He sits in the corner. He sits a bit like Jabba, because they're a little flabber.
Anyway, right, so...
Kev's corner. He sits in the corner thinking of Star Wars while he's fingering man whores.
Let's go with that one. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which, do you fancy opening a brothel called 4 Floors of Whores? No? Okay,
How many
right.
floors?
5. You got to have reception, haven't you?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
There's always the ground floor.
Yeah, fucking...
Fair
yeah.
dues.
Anyway.
Fair play. Technicality.
I've just noticed I don't have a buzzer.
Oh, fuck.
Right, so I have...
Hang on.
Oh, okay.
Fuck's sake.
Continue.
Yeah.
Right. So I have concocted a little quiz for you both to test your knowledge of all things Star Wars animated universe, etc., etc.
Ooh.
There are 12 questions in total. I also have a tiebreaker, which I might just chuck on as question 13, depends how we're doing for time.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I believe you've got some buzzers prepared.
I think we do.
Okay, do you want to give them a test?
No, I've got...
Nice.
Hey, honey.
Okay. So, one more quick one. Nice. Right. So. Indeed, yes. Let's begin. I believe most of these are multiple choice. I just can't remember what I've actually written down.
Okay.
Luckily, I've written it down.
Okay.
That's good.
So, question 1. The first 2 animated Star Wars programs were Droids and Ewoks, but which one was released first? Hang on.
Droids.
Hang on. Multiple choice.
Droids.
Okay. Incorrect.
What?
Yep.
Ewoks.
Yeah, you see, this is why you wait for the multiple choice.
Okay. Okay.
Because, and by the way, incorrect.
Guess is reset then.
Nope.
Ah.
So far the scores are a staggering 0-0.
Okay. Question number
Right.
2.
But no, the answer was they were both released on the same day.
But which one aired first?
I do not have that information.
Well, then it's
To have.
Droids.
No.
Ewoks.
Right. But they were both released on September the 7th, 1985. So there you go. Right.
But which one aired first?
Question 2. Despite being shit, somehow they even managed to get a special. But which one had it? Multiple choice, dickhead. Right. On fire.
I'm waiting for my options.
Ewoks.
You've got fucking Vader and his Death Star over here. Just boo, boo, boo. Blow up every fucking thing.
Oh no, Droids.
Right.
Droids.
Despite being shit, somehow they even managed to get a special. Which one had it? Droids. Ewoks. It was a combined special.
It was a combined special.
Incorrect.
Both.
Oh. That's what I've just said.
That's the previously given answer. Incorrect. It's a staggering 0-0 all round after question 2, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't understand what's going on. Okay.
The answer was Droids, which got
I said
released.
Droids.
You got to wait for the
Yes.
options.
Yeah. The Droid special was released on June the 7th, 1986. Question 3.
I said
Right.
Droids. No, I said Ewoks first. And I changed my answer to droids.
Either way, we need to
Anyway.
wait for the options.
Right, okay.
It's the rule of the corner.
Okay.
Now,
cool.
this one is not multiple choice, right? But
Right.
I need you to focus on this one, right?
Okay.
So, question 3. According to Wikipedia, not a sponsor, but you could be.
Is it not Wikipedia?
Haha.
Yeah.
No.
The official
Not
source
in
of
this
Star
one.
Wars knowledge.
Not in this one, it was just Wikipedia.
Amateur hour.
9 different series make up the Star Wars animated franchise. I want 6 before I'll give you a point, but I'll give you 1 extra point per answer after. That's only for whoever buzzes in first. Right, okay, now, hold fire.
Yeah?
When Wayne's named all he can,
Yeah.
if he doesn't get them all,
Yeah.
if you can name all the missing ones,
Okay.
I'll give you a point per answer. Right?
Okay.
So, 9 television series make up a Star Wars animated franchise. Go. You gotta get 6 before I'll giving you 1 point.
Droids,
Yep,
Ewoks,
yep.
Clone Wars 2003, Clone Wars 2008.
Right, I'll give you that because it's just Clone Wars. But okay, yeah.
Okay. Rebels,
Yep.
Tales of the Jedi, Visions.
Tails, yep. Right, hang on.
So you've got a point.
That's your 6. So that's 1 point, yep.
I could keep going.
Go on then.
Resistance.
That's got 2 points.
Have I said Rebels already?
Yes.
Yep.
Hang on. Bad Batch.
3 points.
Hang on.
I think I know the last one.
Hang on. High Republic Adventures.
No.
That is a
No.
Star Wars
Yeah,
TV
but it's not
series.
considered canon, is it?
No.
Yeah. It's High Republic canon.
What I've got all of those.
Can I guess one more?
Sorry, yes, yeah.
Is it is it called the Star Wars Jedi Academy, the one with the Yoda?
No, but you're in the right ballpark.
Star Wars Jedi Adventures.
No,
It's the fucking game show one.
Jedi Temple.
Yeah, oh no, that's not
No.
animated.
No, it's not.
no, right,
Um,
okay. Well, to be fair, right, hang on. So you got 8, right?
Right.
So you got one.
You're going to say it and I'm going to kick myself because I
Yeah.
know what it is. Is it Tales of the Empire, the new series
No.
coming out?
No,
Because that's 9.
it's Young Jedi Adventures.
That's
I
what
said that.
That's what I was.
You said High Republic Adventures or something like
And then
that.
I said Jedi Adventures.
No, you
But you
didn't.
didn't say Young Jedi Adventures.
Oh, Young Jedi Adventures.
I said
fucking...
I said Jedi Adventures. That's no Jedi Academy.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
was thinking of that one. That's the little preschool one with the little Yoda and the and the
yeah.
younglings.
Yeah, that's the High Republic one.
Yeah, but it's not called
But
what
no
you
one
said.
said.
Yeah.
If I didn't get greatest hit, so
I knew what I meant though.
What was that one on the Queen? If I didn't get like greatest flicks 2,
Yeah.
you're not having that.
He said greatest
So,
flicks.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I can't say
You
fairer
were
than
so
that.
robbed on that
Yeah.
one.
So how many points did I get?
Fair.
8?
I was fairly robbed on that. Right, so you got 8. So what's that? 3 points on that.
Hey, I'm on the board.
Yeah. Well done. Right.
That was a
Question
pretty
4.
tough question.
Oh, that was a good one.
You did really well on that. I was very impressed.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, man.
I know my Star Wars.
So,
Almost.
question 4. Clone Wars. Go on, then.
No, carry on.
All right, fair enough.
The itchy trigger finger.
Right, I've got a lot more questions to go through, not much time. Right. Question 4. Clone Wars was cancelled temporarily in 2014 before the final episodes aired. Netflix aired them as The Secret Files, The Lost Missions, or The Secret Lost Mission Files.
The second one.
Correct. The Lost Missions.
Yes!
1 point on the board.
Back in the game.
In Star Wars Rebels, what was Chopper's designation? Was it CH-0P, CH-0P-R, C1-10P?
The second one.
Incorrect.
First one.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Because the 1-1 makes up the H for Chop.
Yeah.
Right. Question.
We tried.
So that was question 5, by the way. Question 6. What is Captain Rex's designation? Is it, sorry, CD-1338, CM-2812, or CT-1576?
CT-1576.
The last one, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Fully enough.
Genuinely, it was.
Yeah. Question 7. Seeing as we're talking about Spider-Man, Yuri Lowenthal voices a character in Star Wars Rebels.
Ooh.
Was it Wolf Yularen? Yeah, that is right, yeah. Wolf Yularen, an admiral during the Clone Wars. Was it Erskine Samaj, a commander who served as an aide to Senator Mon Mothma in the Rebellion, and later served in the Alliance to restore the Republic? Or was it Dutch, an ace pilot who served as a leader of Gold Squadron?
Dutch.
Correct, it was. Itchy Finger pulls it off again.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Question 8. The Clone Wars premiered as a miniseries in 2003 on which TV channel?
I think you got there just before.
Oh, okay.
I'll take it. Cartoon Network.
Correct. It was not Toonami or Nick at Night. Question 9. Over how many years is a Clone Wars series set?
2.
That wasn't an option and incorrect.
I would like my options, please.
No worries at all. 1, 3, or 5?
3.
Correct.
Ah! I knew
Well
it was
done.
1 or 3. I jumped the gun.
So you said 2.
Yeah.
Question 10. What were the group of rebels known as? Ghouls?
Sorry? Ghouls?
What?
Go on.
Okay. Ghouls, ghosts, or spectres? Yes.
Spectres.
Correct.
Yep. The ship was called Ghost.
Yeah, I know. That's what was thrown. I was like,
Yeah.
Ghost.
And then the mini-ship was the Phantom.
Mm-hmm.
Question 11.
What was the name of the mini-ship? Phantom.
Incorrect, that's not an option. What was the name of their freighter? Was it the Ghoul, the Ghost, or the Spectre?
The Ghoul. Oh, what?
Incorrect,
Who's
you
freighter?
flipping
Oh, what
idiot.
Oh, shit. You said freighter. That threw me. I was like, oh, what? No.
It looks like Jedi mind tricks.
And then I
work on you,
realised
boys.
it was, it's the Ghost. Mr Neal gets it.
Spectre.
To be honest, I don't think either of you should get for that.
Mr Neal gets it. Cause it's because you said freighter, it threw me. I forgot that the Rebel ship is a freighter.
Right, I think we can do a tiebreaker as question 13. So,
There's no tie.
What question we on? We just did 12.
No. Yeah, no. No, this is question 12 coming up.
Oh, okay.
But I've also got a tiebreaker. I think we can squeeze it in.
Tiebreaker's the last question,
So
man.
that'll be question 13.
Final
Yeah.
question, yeah.
We all know Matt's the only one who counts anything.
What are you talking about, man?
So, question 12.
Yeah.
Excluding the miniseries in 2003, so 2008 onwards, how many episodes of the Clone Wars 2008 onwards were there? 102, 133, or 156? I'm going to take an Annie on that one.
Last one, 156.
Incorrect.
It was the second one. 133.
Correct, yes. Right.
Right, now the one that actually counts.
Yeah. So another question everyone wants. So,
This is worth 6 points.
oh, that's a good point, yeah.
yeah,
let's do some
6
addition.
point question.
6 point question.
6 point question. Oof, I sweat your palms.
Oh, I've been spanked on this one.
So, this is the closest answer wins, right? So, I was told by a friend of mine, shout out to Matt, that Chopper has one of the highest kill counts for a droid, or possibly in the whole of Star Wars, I can't remember which. Basically, closest answer wins. Now, hang on, right? Because I'm going to give you a cap of, like, you know, somewhere to aim below, right? So it could be way above, it could be 2 above it could be anything, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to cap the kills. So it's definitely not more than this.
What's your sources on this number?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
The internet.
No, there's a guy on Reddit who has actually done the math. Basically.
okay.
Yeah, apparently. He did the
Reddit
monster
guy.
math, yeah. So shouts out to whichever user it was. Forgive me, I've forgotten the username.
Amateur.
Yeah, sorry. But the cap is 200,000. So it's anywhere below that. Closest answer wins. So you both get to go. You get to go first.
It's something like 168,000.
Right, okay. Mr. Wayne.
I'm gonna say 168,001.
Right.
You're such a little bitch.
I'm letting the fates decide. It's either higher or lower. I don't know which.
Now, according to Reddit Guy, and I agree on this, it does also say that it could be higher, but approximately, drumroll please, 50,016. So Mr. Lee gets the win on
Mr.
that.
Neal.
I was so pleased by that. Oh, thank the Lord.
Thank the maker.
Absolutely.
That is a funny win.
So,
Oh, you stole it.
I've got a little bit of information here about
I
Chopper.
stole that so well.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of information about Chopper, and this is what I was going on about right at the start of the goat to it. I know not much, but I'll choose Rebels for these reasons, which will become apparent later. So, according to this, Chopper's killed plenty of Imperial officers and stormtroopers throughout Star Wars Rebels. For instance, in the two-part Rebels premiere, Spark of Rebellion, Chopper kills 3 unnamed TIE fighter pilots by shooting them down on the Ghost. And in another episode, he excitedly kills 4 stormtroopers by opening an airlock while they're chasing him. Chopper's biggest killing spree by far, however, occurs in Star Wars Rebels Season 2 Episode 9 Stealth Strike. In that episode, Chopper sabotages an experimental interdictor's gravity well, causing it and 2 other Imperial light cruisers to crash into one another and implode. The specific Imperial interdictor seen in Rebels houses a crew of roughly 2,800. A light cruise operates with a crew of around 750.
We don't need to know the details on the maths, man.
Hang on, there's a tiny bit here. Yeah, so in that episode alone, Chopper killed roughly 4,500 Imperials. In total, he's likely killed them all on screen. And, hang on, one more bit. Oh yeah, there's even talk that technically Chopper may have committed war crimes because of all that.
Probably. General Kenobi's committed many war crimes.
Yeah.
No wonder he was in the desert.
And he broke the rules of the Jedi by laying with a lady.
He did.
If anyone deserves a bit of action, it's Kenobi.
Oh, dude, it's heartbreaking though.
Yeah.
It's like the forbidden love.
Yeah.
Him and Satine.
Satine, yeah, she's the queen of Mandalore.
He doesn't do it like normal people and just get a tree and cut a hole in it and bang it.
No, it's the forbidden love, and Darth Maul gets involved. So that deepens the hatred between the two.
Because Darth Maul's still using a tree.
I
know he's not got any
he's got no
gear,
dicks.
has it?
Yeah.
Darth Maul's a badass with a darksaber, man. He rules Mandalore. Eventually.
Yeah, but it's not covered in poison gas.
But no, Chop's such a cool little dude.
Yeah.
He is good. Very good. That was a fun quizzy.
Thank you.
Well done, Camp. Join us next week for a Q&Anus.
Ooh.
Exciting. Play along at home.
Yeah.
Play along at home.
I am your father.
It's nearly time to go and our semen has been spent, but we have still got time for a Wheel of Kontent. Hey, Cam.
Hey.
What are you saying?
Not a lot, man. What are you saying?
Catch!
Really?
Good reflexes, my friend.
Fucking hell.
You got the reflexes of a Jedi there.
Ah.
Have you ever thought about pod racing?
Wizard!
Yeah.
No! Why don't you open that shit up, my friend? And let's head on down to the basement. Hurry up, Camp.
There you go.
And get that light on. Okay, as you can see, the basement's looking rank.
Almost. I believe the word is dank. And not the good sort of dank either.
No, it's a very dank basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the
dark
literal
and
sense of the word.
Yeah.
Yeah, over in the corner, and as you can see over there in a little cage, is Salacious B. Crumb himself, Jabba's little pet. He's sat over there, just minding his own beeswax. Don't ask how I got him.
I will not.
Mystical ways, the world between worlds and all that business.
Is he going to bite me if I put my finger near his mouth?
Oh yeah, it'll do more than bite you.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to know.
So I should definitely not put my penis near his mouth.
Get your penis away from him, Cal.
Okay.
Okay, just back off.
Okay.
Okay. Don't need any alien babies running around the basement when we're not here.
Wow, check it out. The wheel's got new questions on it.
Oh, what? Head over to the rag, guys.
Squelch.
Here we are. Oh, the penis, the poofing penis is dripping its semen of selection all over those glistening tiles filled with content with a K.
Making our floor feel like the swamps of Dagobah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty sticky in here, hence why we have to stand on a rag and gaze at the glorious wheel. Why don't you give it a spin, Cam?
Why not? Let's give it a go. Let's turn it into hyperspace. Highest rated.
So let's go on to IMDb and see which Star Wars animation has the highest IMDb rating.
I reckon. Go on.
I was going to say, why don't one of us do Rebels, one of us do Clone Wars, and the other one do Droids and Ewoks? Or whatever it was. I don't think maybe the two.
Hang on.
I think Clone Wars is going to be the highest rated.
You reckon?
Yes, that's my prediction.
Okay, so Star Wars Rebels
Yep.
has a total star rating at 58,105 votes, 8.1 out of 10.
That's pretty low.
Hmm.
I'll definitely put it closer to 9.
What else we're looking for? Clone Wars.
Yes.
Yeah.
2008 TV series, that has a total of, out of 120,066 votes, 8.4.
And what was Rebels?
8.1.
Close.
Droids, 1985 TV series, has a collective total of 5.9.
What's Visions got? I wonder what Visions is the highest rated.
Hang on. Ewoks. Ewoks has a 6.
Oh.
Yeah, solid.
Star Wars Visions got a 7.
Nice.
I don't know. I'd put it a little bit higher. Because I didn't enjoy Season 1, but Season 2 was pretty good.
There were some really good episodes in Season 1, just not enough.
I really like the first one with the samurais.
Yeah, that one was good.
That one was really cool.
The duel.
I could not get past the little anime one where they're in a band.
Yeah, that one
I
was
just could not get
terrible.
past it. That was fucking one of the worst things I've ever seen in my life.
Episode 1,
Weird.
The Duel, is the top rated episode of the series.
Yeah.
8.4 out of 10.
Weirdly, I can't remember which one of the previous series I've just mentioned, but I actually read out the people who voted on it, me a number. But Star Wars The Bad Batch has 7.8 out of 10, but it has exactly the same number of voters as one of the previous ones I read out. 52,098.
Ooh, controversy.
Yeah, that's weird. Anyway.
But overall, Clone Wars is the winner.
Yeah.
Of course, Gotist.
It's been a week.
Yeah.
Honourable mentions.
Honourable mentions. The Bad Batch is fun. I've only seen the first 2 seasons, but it's a fun show.
For non-animated Star Wars people like myself, could you give me a little bit of input on that, please?
So they're introduced at the end of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, that's enough.
They're like a defect. They're a defect squad of clones.
Right.
So they've all got different attributes.
And they don't look like the clones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
they're
do,
all
but they don't.
different body sizes and like faces and stuff. And,
Yeah, and different personalities. Like you
Yeah.
got Tech, who's the tech guy. You got Wrecker, who's the big tank.
Big brute.
Yeah.
But he's got almost like super strength, isn't he?
Yeah, and then you got Hunter, who's just a badass. He's Rambo.
Yeah.
He's essentially the clone Rambo.
Because didn't they
Okay.
try
Clone mode.
experimenting with those clones, like messing with the DNA to give them these attributes, and then it ended up making them go wrong?
Yeah, but also they didn't have the inhibitor chips that
Yeah.
made them
Order
carry out
66.
Order 66. So they go rogue. Hence the Bad Batch TV series, which
Yeah.
picks up with them going rogue. And,
Yeah, it literally starts at Order 66, doesn't it?
yeah, because it's Kanan, who's the Padawan that
Yeah.
gets away from them, and
Spoiler alert.
it's
It's a fucking
right at the beginning.
really cool episode.
Yeah, it's really good. It's like
Because that don't happen
Kanan
until like
running away.
halfway through, does it? Like they're just on this mission with this like troop of clones and 2 Jedi. Well, a Master and a Padawan. And they're just doing this mission, and all of a sudden execute Order 60, and they just fucking turn on them.
Yeah, she's like,
And the Bad
"Run."
Batch just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, she holds off the clones and gets gatted, and
Yeah.
Kanan runs off into the woods, and the Bad Batch are running, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Well, we're not killing the kid,"
Yeah.
and but one of them wants to. Fucking crosshair, motherfucker.
Yeah. 'Cause his chip kind of working, isn't it?
Yeah,
Or
but
something.
no, he's just really loyal to
Oh, that was it.
to the cause, to the Empire. So he's like, well, no, it's an order. An order's an order, so I'm going to follow it. Like that's what clones do. And yeah, it's just so that they go rogue and they become mercenaries and start doing jobs for people. So it becomes like a new mission every week kind of thing,
Yeah.
but with an overarching story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is good.
Excuse me.
I need to finish it. I
Yeah, I
watched in
should
pieces the first season, and I enjoyed it. I think I watched it on the tail end of binging Rebels and Clone Wars, so I was a bit Star Wars'd out by
Yeah.
the time I got to Bad Batch.
You do get fatigued if you binge these things. But yeah, it's good fun, man.
Yeah, and they're really good characters.
Yeah, and it's really interesting seeing like the switch into the Empire because it's going from the Republic to the Empire, and they're like they don't kill any clones that they come across.
Yeah.
But then it shows the Empire. It's the first time they show the Empire like conscripting people from planets.
Yeah,
And phasing
away
out the
from
clones.
That's
And
it.
it kind of deals with the politics of all that, and that's quite interesting.
So I have to admit, you don't get for me because I'm more of a fan of a bad guy. I love like anti-heroes and stuff like that in films and series and whatever. So I want to see more stuff from the Empire's point of view, which stuff like the novels that you've been on about, like Thrawn and stuff like that. They sound perfect. You know, that sounds
Thrawn's
like my sort of
brilliant.
stuff.
Thrawn's so good. Anything with him in is good.
Yeah,
I think you'd like Rebels.
Yeah,
if
but
you're
this
more
is
into
what I
the
mean.
bad guys, because there's a lot of focus on the bad guys.
Yeah, this is what I've heard. So
Because it's all about the Empire taking over their home city.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like the main city where they operate, and like they're trying to assimilate and like get the people on their side and all that kind
Yeah.
of business. It deals with like the politics of the Empire taking over because it focuses on that one world. You get
One
all the
world.
stories within it.
But then you have other episodes where it's more espionage based, so they're like infiltrators, fucking Star Cruiser or Star Destroyer,
yeah.
and like going undercover as like
Cadets.
soldiers and cadets and stuff. Then you see how like the Empire runs from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Oh,
you meet
okay.
Wedge, don't you? Because
Yeah.
he's an Imperial cadet, TIE fighter pilot.
Wedge Antilles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And Ezra comes, like, he's pretending to be a cadet, him and Sabine, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And they're TIE fighter pilots. They become TIE fighter pilots along with Wedge, and they get him to defect into the rebellion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really cool episode. I think that's like a 2-part of that one, if I remember right. But yeah, you see loads of like behind the scenes stuff. It's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, give that a watch, Cap.
Interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
worth it. You don't have to have seen the Clone Wars to.
No,
It's not connected in any way.
Yeah.
It's just like,
apart from the episode where you do see the old clone troopers and they're on the old tank.
yeah,
The walking
that's
tank.
cool.
But that's a little bit of fan service. You're like, that's a fucking walking tank, isn't it?
The old man Rex is a
Yeah.
fucking legend. He's kind of an honorary member of the Ghost Crew. And you got Clancy Brown. Clancy Brown's fucking. He does a couple of voices,
Yeah.
doesn't he? In that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Honorable mentions. I don't know. I kind of want to put Visions in there as well because it can be really good.
The Aardman animation one. Have you seen that one?
That one's fantastic.
See, I love Aardman animation, so I'm very interested in this.
Aardman plus Star Wars equals success. It was really well done. Like, it's got all the little quirky parts of the animation, like the little background characters and stuff.
And they have like the Wallace and Gromit mounts, don't they?
Yeah. But it's Star Wars. And it's brilliant. And the Wookiee. It's so brilliantly done, like the Wookiee in an Aardman style.
I can imagine that would be pretty amazing.
It's adorable.
To be honest. Yeah. One other thing I would absolutely melt for is, could you imagine a Feathers McGraw but Darth Vader? I would sell my left nut for that. So this
but
is
keep his footsteps the same. Little
I would get everything identical, like the whole Darth Vader thing, but with a little rubber glove on top.
Give that shit a spin, man. Favourite clone?
Third one from left, 17 minutes in Star Wars Episode 3.
Oh, which one did I like?
Was it that one?
I really like Rex. Rex is obviously
cool.
the daddy, like with the helmet with the fucking markings on and his little skirt.
I liked Fives. Fives was cool, but then I love Wrecker. Wrecker's my guy.
What was the little hunchback clone, the cleaner clone?
Oh yeah,
that cleaned for them and he got bullied by them. Oh, he was a defect, wasn't he? And they made him an honorary member of the 99, which is the Bad Batch.
Yeah.
99!
See, I've got a favourite couple of stormtroopers, but not clones, because I don't know enough about the clone side of things. But
Cody, Obi-Wan's commander.
Excuse me.
Not commander, captain, was he?
I'm sure it's Commander Cody.
Commander Cody, yeah.
Yeah, he was a legend.
Gave him his lightsaber back.
Yeah.
In Revenge of the Sith. Hello there.
I can't recall their designations, but basically stormtroopers I was on about, they're kind of like a pair of stormtroopers, like, they share a room or whatever. And every single scene where you see, like, two stormtroopers having to do stuff like, the two that scanned the pod with droids in episode 4 right at the start.
Yeah.
It's they're the two.
You're talking about this Tag and Binks again that you talk about all the time.
I was waiting for you to pick up on that.
I knew what it was when he started talking. I was just giving him his time.
I couldn't remember the name of him myself. So
looking over, I'm like, he's going to pop. He's going to go.
It's good fucking every time. Every time talking about Star Wars.
The funny thing is, Kev genuinely doesn't talk about these characters that much. Like, he really does it.
It's all the time, man.
But just
every week.
Triggers Wayne so bad.
It's because I've known this dude for like 20 odd years, and I've heard very similar stories.
We move in similar circles.
Many times. Many times. When you say move in similar circles, you mean this garage every week?
No, more of a tripod than a circle.
But to be fair, I imagine things like our Facebook feed probably would be quite identical and stuff like that, and our Reddit feeds and whatever, our choices of Reddit, subreddit even, and so on and so on.
I doubt it. You got big juicy boobies on yours.
Yeah, but they're mainly mine. Yeah, but no. Anyway, podcast.
Split that shit.
Favourite Clone Wars hero?
So the favourite hero?
Well, I've heard Anakin was pretty badass, and again, I root for a bad guy, so let's say Anakin.
Anakin's really good.
He was good.
Cool, should we get a spin?
Because he's not a whiny bitch in it.
No.
They make him a proper dude. He's reckless, but he always succeeds. He's just
matures a bit.
Yeah. He's cocky, but he gets away with it all the time.
I'll go Obi-Wan.
I'd say Obi-Wan or Anakin, just both of them together.
I suppose that's, if he's still a bit cocky and stuff like that, that's why he does stuff like in episode 2, when he just drops off that building, like to land in the car and stuff like that.
He does all that shit in the Clone Wars, but times 10. He's like in a full-on wars and he's just like running through, just dashing through people.
Sending him and his squad just into what should kill them. And he's just like, fuck it.
Pew.
He used the Force to bring a fucking mountain down on them tanks. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It's like, boom. And and all the generals that you come across, because they introduce loads of Jedi generals.
Yeah.
And go into a little bit of the backstories as well. You get some Plo Koon in there.
They make Mace Windu a bit more likable.
Yeah, they make him less of a dickhead.
Yeah.
'Cause he's a bit of a dickhead in the prequels.
I mean, he's still a dickhead. Like, he's got fucking no patience. But,
Yeah,
but he's a bit more likable.
yeah, definitely.
Fair enough.
But Anakin or Obi-Wan, I think they're the yin and yang.
Yeah.
They're the boys. Like, when they're teamed up in any situation, it's always fun times.
Yeah.
Get that shit spin camp. Voice actor.
Again, sorry, but this is all yours.
I've got to say Sam Witwer.
Yeah, he's absolutely phenomenal.
MVP. Fucking Darth Maul himself.
Yeah.
So cool. I loved him in Force Unleashed and Clone Wars as well.
But no, he's absolutely fantastic. And again, seeing interviews with him and how he explains like how he got to that voice and just fascinating.
He's a really cool guy as well. You can tell he genuinely loves it. He's like, I'm in Star Wars. Like, yes, I am Darth Maul. Like, that crazy scene as well when he first appears with the spider legs in Clone Wars.
Yeah, he's completely lost his mind because he's just been festering in this pit with no legs for fucking forever. Just living off hate.
He's built himself some weird spider droid legs that he's just scurrying around in the darkness and all his horns are overgrown and shit and he's all emaciated and he's fucked up and he's just gone completely crazy. He's just like, Kenobi! Kenobi!
Do I remember right that Hayden Christensen voiced himself in Clone Wars?
No. It was Matt Latner?
Lorna?
Latner.
Well, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But they based the voices that they use off the movies.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah, but they add their own little twist to it.
Who was it who voiced Obi-Wan? Was it D. Bradley Baker?
No, he did all of
He
the
did the clones. Yeah, all of them.
All of them.
All of the clones.
And he
is
did
the
make
clones.
different voices for each one that were all just ever so slightly different. I'm completely blanking on the guy that done.
It's worth a Google, that is.
I do need to give a shout out, though, to Freddie Prinze Jr. as Kanan.
Yes. He
Fucking smashed it.
He was so good. Yeah, that is a special shout out.
Yeah.
I've only seen Thrawn in Ahsoka, but I imagine he carries a certain...
It's the same guy.
Well,
that's his voice actor, isn't it, that played him in the thing?
My apologies, is Matt Lanter, that plays
Lanter.
Anakin Skywalker, and James Arnold Taylor, that plays
That's the
Obi-Wan. Ashley Eckstein as Ahsoka Tano.
Yeah, she did fantastic.
Great job.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine Thrawn sort of carries the same sort of air as, when Peter Cushing played Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah, but similar.
Yeah, that sort of, like, pomp sort of thing about him.
Yeah, but he's got more menace to him.
Yeah, he's definitely got that.
Yeah.
Of course, Anthony Daniels was C-3PO, because he does that every chance he gets, because he's a...
That's the only paycheck he gets, isn't it?
Yeah, he lives off C-3PO.
Yeah.
But
No
to be
point.
fair, though, it's Star Wars, isn't it? You would.
Yeah, no point doing anything else.
Jim Cummins is Hondo.
Oh, fucking Hondo. He's so cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jim Cummings as Hondo. You would not think he's Winnie the Pooh.
No.
Like when you hear Hondo.
He's also the singing voice for Scar from The Lion King,
Ooh.
Very good.
which I never knew that until very recently. I always thought it was Jeremy Irons.
I'm excited, yeah.
Yeah.
Give that
So-
motherfucker a spin can.
Seems like his mannerisms, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion. I don't like Ahsoka Tano for
That's
most of the Clone Wars.
I would say that's unpopular, but I've been on Reddit.
I don't like her until right at the end. And then I only just like her a bit. I like her when she fights Darth Maul.
Yes.
And I like her when she fights Vader. Apart from that, not really big on her character.
I imagine it would obviously cost a lot more money to produce and stuff like that, but I don't think Star Wars works as like different, like the same sort of media, like film and TV, but with different styles, so like with different animation and stuff like that. You should either have it like everything's live action or everything's animated. like keep them maybe entirely separate, just versions of the same thing. So you've got an animated version of a film, and then you've got a live action version of a film, like we did with some films back in the day. I just don't believe like going from like, oh, so okay, you've got this bit of Star Wars knowledge, that's all in whatever media, I don't know.
So you got the
like
movies,
cartoon sort of thing, like, you know, Clone Wars, yeah. And then straight after that, you've got Star Wars Episode 2, Clone Wars, Attack of the Clones, sorry. And that's obviously live action film.
Yeah, so you got Attack of the Clones, then the Clone Wars.
You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry.
The start of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, you know what I mean though, same thing. So one of them is like the live action, then you got to go and watch a cartoon series, then you got to go and watch a live action film, and then you've got to go and watch this series over here, and then you've got to go and watch that series, and that's also live action. Then you've got to go and watch another cartoon series.
I see what you're saying. I do slightly disagree with Star Wars because you could just watch the movies and you get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just watch the cartoons and still get everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could do movies and then watch the cartoons to get like a wider story and more lore.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that type of thing. But
DC do it, when you've got to watch Arrow, and then you've got to watch The Flash, then you've got to watch Legends of Tomorrow, then you've got to watch Supergirl.
Watch them concurrently as well.
Yeah,
like
and then they alternate because they do this massive crossover where all of a sudden you've got to watch 8 episodes each series that are all running. That's when it gets bullshit.
Each season's got 22 episodes. Why?
Yeah.
But
why?
If they maybe did some kind of like, you know, HBO style series like Walking Dead or a Game of Thrones type Star Wars series about the Clone Wars or something like that, yeah, I'd be freaking all over that. Yeah. That sounds freaking awesome.
Well, your unpopular opinion is you prefer live action to animation. Is that what you're saying?
That'll do. Yeah. If you want to sum it up.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, it would be cool to see some Clone Wars on screen.
Yeah.
I say, imagine, like, obviously stuff like Ahsoka and Mando and stuff like that, they've been hits, they've been great series.
I love them.
But imagine just a whole one of them about the Clone Wars.
I mean, those bits in Ahsoka where you did see the Clone Wars.
Yeah, you had the flashbacks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But
first time we had live action
cost
Rex,
to be unreal as well, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Then it'd end up like how they've done the Halo series.
I haven't seen that.
It's worth a watch. It's good. It's weird seeing Master Chief with his helmet off, though.
Yeah.
That's really jarring. You do get used to it, but it's like, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I don't really have an unpopular opinion about Star Wars animation.
They could have swerved some of Visions.
Well, yeah, I hated season 1 of Visions.
Yeah.
Season 2 was good, but then looking at that IMDb rating, I think that's fairly not unpopular.
Yeah.
Give it a spin.
Give it a spin, camp. Spin that.
I was just going to spin it straight round into my topic so we can just go straight on the Halo stuff, but yeah. Let's make it better.
Favourite force power?
So, what I meant by that is you get displayed loads of different force powers throughout the animations.
And I do have a favourite.
Yeah, what's your favourite?
I love Ezra's force powers, where he's able to speak with all like the creatures and the force creatures and stuff.
I was going to say that.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because it's like a completely different side to the space wizards that you've ever seen. Like, it's almost like if it was a fucking druid of space wizards.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's just communicating with these animals and all linked through to the force. Like, so has a conversation with fucking wolves. Like, follow us, and then he ends up in a fucking different dimension. Like,
yeah, he discovers the world between worlds where he can travel through space and time through the force.
And he makes friends with the space whales.
Yeah, the space whales, which is what you see in Ahsoka. You've seen Ahsoka, haven't you, Kat?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the space whales there, Ezra communicates with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool how he really gradually starts to figure out his powers and like how he can communicate with all life, essentially. And there's Kanan being able to see through the Force when he loses his eyesight. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, there's some good shit on show.
There is some good shit. Seeing Anakin at like full power.
Yeah.
He said fucking just force lifting a mountain.
Yeah.
Like, he does some wild shit.
He pulls off some feats, that boy.
Yeah.
This is more of a literal interpretation of the question on the board. In fact, it's not. It's actually a bit more of a would you rather. But would you rather have Darth Vader Darth Vader level force powers for an hour, or a lightsaber but no training for as long as you want?
A lightsaber.
Yeah, I'll go lightsaber.
How long until you cut your own arm off or something, mate?
Oh, it'll be a while. I can use a sword.
Oh, in fact, you could actually, yeah.
I'd be like as cautious as possible.
Don't drop it straight vertical.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Have you seen Rick and Morty?
Yeah.
That's such a funny episode. Fucking hilarious.
So good. Trying to stop a lightsaber from reaching the centre. And then drop another one.
Hang on. Oh, look.
This is how it just drops. And then it goes, and then just slowly starts to sink into the ground.
Better stop it. Better stop it. Oh, no. It's gone.
And then the president's like using all of his fucking money to and power just so he can have a lightsaber. Racing Rick and Morty to the lightsaber.
Star Wars spans everything.
It does.
It's integrated into popular culture.
Yeah.
Whether you love it or hate it, and I fucking love it.
Yeah. It's an absolute constant, basically. You know, it's a household name, as you say.
Everybody gets the references, even if they've never seen any Star Wars.
And it's wild that it just started off as a really silly space film. It was meant to be just a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Star War.
Luke Starkiller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luke Starkiller in his Star War.
Yeah.
And then look what happened.
Yeah. Then George's like, yeah, I've got a plan. Just fucking he's winging it.
Yeah. Maybe we could do this. Maybe if we put more spaceships in. Oh, yeah. Great. Fucking thank you. Thank you for tinkering and pushing the boundaries, Mr. Lucas.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to George.
We know he's a fan.
Yeah, if you're listening, George. There you go. That's enough content for this week.
It is.
Some tasty content. Some nice Star Wars content.
Yeah.
Do love me a bit of Star Wars waffle. Let's fucking lights out and get up the stairs. What are you saying, Camp?
A Blue Harvest waffle.
Ooh. Swish laugh. Head up. Just like that shit up, Camp. Tight.
Catch.
No, fuck.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it would be a non-dominant hand.
Play along at home.
Play along at home.
Hey, look at it.
What a piece of junk!
It is time to go, and I hope you had some fun. Were you listening with your finger up your bum? So there you have it. Another mighty fine episode of the Pooh Finger Podcast. As always, a joy to talk about Star Wars, because I love it so much. It's in my bones. As it is you guys as well, obviously.
Yeah, totes.
Yeah.
It's now in your ears and your minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not when it comes to quizzes.
Yeah. Fuck you, man. I've still got my lead.
Yeah.
It's all good. So, next week, I suppose we should talk about the apocalypse.
Yeah, why not?
Makes logical sense, yeah.
Yeah, why not? I think that could be a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah.
So, if you've got any views on the apocalypse, why don't you send them in? Where are they going to send them to, Cam?
Well, Jabba the Hutt would describe it as Bisa Kappa Wuka Taka Pukatsi Kappa. That's Huttese for poofingpodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And if they were to follow us, where would they follow us? Not outside, obviously.
Well, luckily, there's
in
no
real
such.
life.
Well, luckily, there's no such thing as Huttese for an @ symbol, so it's simply @poofingpod.
Oh, cool. Sweet. Yeah, so send in your correspondence to our socials. Like and subscribe and all that jazz. It all helps with the algorithms. You know the score by now.
And it makes us look cooler than we actually are.
But most of all, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
See you next time.
See you next week.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Louis Armstrong over here. Hello, Louis.
What a wonderful world. Ooh, yeah.
I can't remember when I've had a more pleasant day.